Welcome to our daily countdown on Nigeria Super Fans Forum for the 2022 FIFA World Cup. 22 days to the kickoff of that tournament in Qatar, the first of its kind in the Middle East. My name is Olafemi Ashaolu. James Agbere is in the studio, and an African football legend, of course, dishing a very crucial advice to Ghana and, of course, all the 5 representatives of the continent at the World Cup this year, telling them about what to do at the 2022 FIFA World Cup. James Agbere, welcome to our daily countdown.
Thank you, Femi.
Of course, it's just, let's say, just 3 weeks now to go to Qatar.
Yeah, so we're looking forward to it. We hope for a very good World Cup. This is a very special World Cup. This kind of World Cup has never happened before, where we see the major tournament like this happening towards the end of the year. You know, so
in the middle of a football season, European football season.
Yeah, so we just hope that everything goes according to plan. We'll stop seeing all these injuries here and there, you know, that's taking its toll now. So we look forward to an exciting edition of the World Cup.
So our fans, I hope you're making preparation to be in Qatar. I heard that fans are already arriving Qatar. Yes, don't say it's about 21 days. They are already there making preparations. And unfortunately, I heard that a Real Madrid fan who was trekking from Spain to Qatar got missing in Iran. So hopefully we hope that, or we pray that it will be found. Trekking from Madrid to Qatar for the World Cup, you can see the level of passion. James, let's get started. Emmanuel Amuneke, former African Footballer of the Year, is dishing a very important advice to Ghana, Cameroon, Senegal, Morocco and Tunisia at the World Cup. He said that they have to learn from past World Cup experiences. Of course, you know, all these teams have, at least once they've been there at the World Cup and they've had the experience. He said it is time for them to look and learn from, so that they can at least give Africa a worthy representation at the tournament.
Yes, Amuneke is somebody who played at the 1994 World Cup, scored 2 goals, and so he has a good idea of what it takes to play at the World Cup. Looking at each country that will represent Africa, starting with Ghana. Their last appearance was 2014. They crashed out in the group stage. They lost 2 of their games and drew 1.
Fight over money.
Yes, you know, so
that's what I remember about Ghana's campaign in that tournament.
It was very sad, you know, so because expectations were very high, especially with what they did in 2010 World Cup. So that expectation from everybody that Ghana will do well at the World Cup, but everything just went south for them in Brazil, you know. So here's another opportunity for them to, you know, make up for what they did in 2014. And fine, you cannot even the 2014 team, you cannot even compare with this present team. That 2014 team was, to me, I think is far better than this current squad. You know, so fortunately, what happened then happened, and they crashed out in the group stage. I remember they drew against Germany, the team that won the World Cup.
Yeah.
Ghana was the only team that didn't lose to Germany. So it just goes to show you that,
even Brazil had 7-1.
Brazil lost
7-1. That's what I'm saying. To Germany, host.
You know, so let's just hope that they've learned their lessons and they hope to put up a credible performance. For Cameroon, their last, the only World Cup they did very well was in 1990 when they got to the quarterfinals. Since then, they've been crashing out in the group stage. And
I think the victory over Argentina actually helped them. It's prepared. It's the mental strength.
Nobody gave them a chance. So since then, in 1994 they crashed on the first round. 1998 they crashed on the first round. 2002, 2010, 2014.
It's been like that.
Been crashing out left, right, and center. You know, and they didn't qualify for the last edition. For Morocco, their best ever performance was in 1986
when they got to second round.
That was the first time an African team would get out from the group stage. So the last edition, they crashed out in the first round. They didn't really do well. For Tunisia, a point of correction, I said that their only win was in 1978. Actually, they won a game in 2018 against Panama. You know, they lost to England, they lost to Belgium, but they defeated Panama. You know, but they crashed out in the first round. So, I mean, good advice from Amuneke. They'll just have to sit back, look at what they didn't do well in their previous outing. So just take it in and give us a good representation. Like I said, I still have my teams that I'm looking up to, like the Senegalese,
Yeah, you've not talked about
and yeah,
Senegal.
even Senegal, the last edition, they crashed in the first round. They needed, I think, a draw in their last game. I think against, I've forgotten the team now, and they lost. So unfortunately, they couldn't.
But obviously, they're much a better team now.
Yes, experience-wise,
They
the
are much
AFCON
of a
winner,
better
they've
team
been
now.
consistent for over 5 years now. So
They've been the number one team in Africa for
a very
years
long
now.
time,
Yeah.
So I just hope that they'll be able to sit back, look at what they didn't do well at the previous edition, and work on it. And who knows, we will have more than maybe 3 African teams, because the 2014 World Cup, Nigeria and Algeria both qualified for the round of 16. So we want to see more of African teams get to the knockout stage. Then from there, we take it off.
But they say if wishes were horses, even beggars will ride. Yeah. But if you do not have the resources to prosecute whatever you want, you might budget $50 million for World Cup. But when you do not have the quality of players, the quality of personnel. Now, a number of these African teams, they just employed maybe some of these coaches in January.
Yeah.
Please come take us to the World Cup,
So
like we used to do here. Yeah, during the playoff, like the case of Tunisia. Like when this coach who had issues with Otoado, when this coach who had problem with Ziyech in Morocco was sad. He qualified them for but he's fired. Now, what do you want? Which miracle do you want these coaches to do? It means we are not really intentional about some of this. We do not have long-term plan. Only Senegal do, if you really ask me.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, who sacked the coach very close to a tournament, and I don't know.
So Amuneke might be asking these countries to do what obviously they cannot even do at the tournament. James.
Yeah, well, you just hope for the best. From all regions, you always want teams representing your region to do well, because it boosts, the confidence of other teams. When Morocco did very well in 1986, I mean, it gave Africa that good, the impression about Africa changed. Cameroon now did wonderfully well in 1990.
Yeah.
That led to Africa getting
Nigeria went in 1994.
Representatives, Nigeria, Cameroon, and Morocco. Then Super Eagles now did very well in 1994. They now increased it to 5. Where we now have South Africa, Tunisia, Nigeria, Cameroon, and Morocco. So from there, when they do well, it gives that good image, and you now have the opportunity, the excuse to ask for more slots. So I think what Amuneke is asking is for this guy to just go there, do well. I hope that they've learned from their previous mistakes.
But when you can't give what you don't have, James.
That is my own case. Just hope that this World Cup will be a different ball game compared to previous edition. I know that it's not going to be easy, but I mean, we can't continue going to the World Cup and only one African team will now make it to the next round. At worst, maybe 2. I mean, we should have gone past that stage. If you compare Africa, apart from South America and Europe, I mean, Africa should be the next in line. I'm not saying as the Asians are not that good, but
I agree with you.
In terms of countries who have at least done well. How many Asian countries have won any major? Saudi Arabia won under 17 1989. I think that's the highest, if I'm not mistaken. Africa have at least they've done well. We won't have big players. An African player has won the World Football.
Generally, even in FIFA competitions, you
can. Still find African players. Mane finished second and
the recent Ballon d'Or. So
it just goes to show that Africa have the players. Because the most important thing is for them to just put the right things in place, do the basic things. And when you get to the World Cup, Africa cannot go far or do very well at the World Cup. But when you get to that stage, and a lot of things just go against all the plans and everything. That's why African teams will keep struggling. But I believe that they have the players, they can do it. Just put the right in, the good preparation. I think maybe we'll see a better outing this time around.
James, somebody said the only thing Africans do better than the other continent is to pray.
Every country pray. Even the Brazilian team, as good as they are, they don't joke.
Just as what we said in the case of the GFA. Yeah, but you have to do that is the edge. Yeah. That is the edge Europe, South America have over Africa.
That's why they say walk and pray. They didn't say pray and pray. As if in Africa we just pray and pray.
They are becoming a believer now.
So
Before I said you're an unbeliever.
let's just do the right thing. Your prayer can come. You can do your prayer in your private. What I'm against is trying to make it a national issue. I know everybody should come down and do, do the most important thing, and every other thing will fall in place. We've seen teams who had a very good preparation. They still crash in the group stage. So these things happen. But the most important thing, make sure you have your proper preparation. Then every other thing will take care of itself.
James Agberebi, thank you for coming on our daily countdown. So tomorrow I hope you'll be around for our countdown.
Yeah.
It will be exactly, of course, 3 weeks to the commencement of the 2022 FIFA World Cup. And of course, things are really shaping up because I know that clubs will be preparing now to release players. And of course, some players must have already be putting their backs together to represent the national teams. It's going to be an awesome time right there in Qatar. So please watch out for our daily countdown. Tomorrow, it will be 21 days, exactly 3 weeks to the commencement of the 2022 FIFA World Cup. Of course, I know the Ghanaians, they are really in the mood. But here in Nigeria, Amuneke said it's unfortunate that Nigeria wouldn't be there, but of course, we are wishing all the African representatives all the best. Until tomorrow, when we come again with our daily countdown, I remain Olufemi Ashalu. Bye for now.